barking in the night. But she brought him home in a cardboard box with floppy ears and mismatched socks. He looked at me with a goofy grin, and that is where the trouble begins. He peed on a rug by the kitchen door. He chewed up the molding on the floor. I yelled, "Bad dog," and I pointed my hand, but he didn't seem to understand. He's a good boy, a bad boy, a little bit of both. I swore I wouldn't love him, I took a solemn oath. But now he's sitting in my favorite chair, leaving a mountain of yellow hair. Move over. He grew so fast, he grew so big. He eats more dinner than a farm-raised pig. He puts his heavy head right on my knee whenever I'm trying to watch TV. He drools a puddle on my denim jeans, begging for a taste of my pork and beans. I bought a fancy bed for $50 with memory foam and little ducks. Sniffed it once and he walked away to the pile of laundry where he likes to lay. He dragged my sweater to the living room and ripped it apart like a cotton bloom. The mailman comes at 10:30 and the war begins all over again. He hits the window with a mighty crash, trying to bite through the window sash. He thinks he's saving us from the mail, wagging his dangerous weapon of a tail. We went for a walk in the morning rain. He saw a squirrel and he went insane. He pulled the leash and he jerked my arm, dragging me down on the neighborhood farm. I slid in the mud on my backside with absolutely zero dignity or pride. The most. I had to wash him with the garden hose while holding a clip upon my nose. He's a good boy, a bad boy, a little bit of both. I swore I wouldn't love him, I took a solemn oath. But now he's sitting in my favorite chair, leaving a mountain of yellow hair. Move over. I try to sleep at the end of the day, but he jumps on the bed and he wants to play. He digs at the covers with a frantic scratch, trying to open up the mattress latch. He spins in a circle 3 times fast and settles down with a heavy blast. He pushes his back right against my spine, drawing a very aggressive line. I'm hanging off the edge with one foot out while he's snoring loud with his whiskered snout. I got 3 inches of the king-size bed while he's got a pillow for his heavy head. I left the steak on the countertop. I went to the bathroom with a mop. I came back later and the plate was clean, the smoothest robbery I've ever seen. He looked at the ceiling, he looked at the wall, pretending that he wasn't involved at all. He hates the vacuum, he fights the broom, he chases the mop around the room. He barks at the thunder, he barks at the car, he hears a leaf falling from afar. He's got opinions on everything, the loudest tenor that will ever sing. But then I had a really bad week, my job was hard and my future bleak. I sat on the porch with a heavy frown, feeling like the lowest man in town. He came up quietly and sat by me, resting his chin upon my knee. He licked my hand with a rough pink tongue. Suddenly I didn't feel unstrung. He didn't care about the bills or pay, he just wanted me to be okay. That's the thing about a dog, you see, they sell you the friendship for absolutely free. So let him shed and let him chew, there's nothing else that I would do. He's a pain in the neck and a hole in the wallet, but best friend is what I gotta call it. Come here, buddy, let's go for a ride, with your head hanging out of the passenger side. Who's a good boy? Get off the couch. Okay. Stay on the couch, but don't lick the cushion. Forget it. Forget it.
I built a fence that was 6 feet high, reaching up to the blue sky. I put in posts of cedar wood, thinking that it would hold him good. I went inside to get a beer and watch my dog disappear. He dug a tunnel to China fast, the dirt was flying in a muddy blast. He squeezed his body through a tiny hole, chasing a rabbit or a neighborhood mole. I I saw his tail go under the rail, and I knew that my fence was an epic fail. He's a Houdini Hound, he can't be tracked. The smartest fence has just been snapped. Lock the doors and hide the key. That dog is determined to be wild and free. Catch him if you can. I got in the truck and I drove around looking for the runaway hound. I saw him running down Main Street with a string of sausages and hamburger meat. The butcher was chasing him with a knife, the fastest run of his entire life. He ran through the park and he hit the lake, causing a massive picnic quake. He shook his coat on a lady in red, ruining the hairdo on her head. He stole a Frisbee from a college kid and chewed it up under a garbage lid. I finally caught him at the Dairy Queen, licking the cup so nice and clean. I dragged him home by the collar tight and locked him in the kitchen for the night. I put a chair against the door and said, "You ain't going out no more." I woke up early at the crack of dawn and looked outside at the front lawn. The kitchen window was open wide with a broken screen on the outside. He figured out the latch with his paw, breaking the fundamental canine law. He wasn't in the yard, he wasn't in the street. I was looking at my own defeat. Then the phone rang on the kitchen wall. It was the police with a morning call. "Sir, we have a dog in the station cell. He's causing a riot and a terrible smell." He's a Houdini Hound, he can't be trapped. The smartest fence has just been snapped. Lock the doors and hide the key. That dog is determined to be wild and free. Catch him if you can. To the vet for a routine check. He slipped the collar right off his neck. He ran to the back where the kiddies stay, and chaos erupted in a major way. Cats were climbing up the ceiling tile while he sat there with a satisfied smile. He opens the fridge with his nose and snout, pulling the cheese and the turkey out. He opens the oven if a roast is in, committing a gluttonous kitchen sin. He knows exactly how the handles work, looking at me with a clever smirk. You can't contain a spirit so bold, a story of freedom that must be told. He's got a brain like a criminal mind, leaving the rules of the house behind. But when I'm sad and I'm feeling low, he never leaves me, he never goes. He stays right there by my heavy side with nowhere left to run or hide. He might escape from a fence or a pen, but he always comes back to his home again. So run, you rascal, run fast and free. Just make sure you come back home to me.